Every single subscriber means a lot to me. I know 800 subscribers might not be a lot in like YouTube terms, but if I was in a room full of 800 people, that'd be a lot of people. So every single one of you that sub, I appreciate you. So I already own the A7S III, so I felt like the FX6 would be a very good complement to the A7S III as I'm going down to Florida shooting B-roll for the Super Bowl. This camera could be acting as the A camera for the interviews that I'm doing for a documentary that I'm making. My first feature documentary. That's something that I want to talk about on the channel a lot more, but it's something that, you know, this is my first doc, so I want it to be good. I want it to be amazing. So being able to have a powerhouse camera like the FX6, to know I have this in my back pocket while I'm doing some of those interviews, while I'm getting some of that B-roll, in addition to my powerhouse when I'm filming on right now, the A7S III, I'm super excited, and I just really want to see what it can do. So I've only had the camera for about 24 hours, but in that short amount of time, the biggest difference between this camera, the FX6, and the camera I'm recording on right now, the Sony A7S III, is this. Oh, and that. Auto ND. Being able, so right now I got my 24-1.4 G Master on this lens, which pretty much if I ever want to shoot at 1.4 outside for whatever reason, or if I want to shoot at 2.8, I gotta have ND on this 24. With this camera, I don't need to carry around an ND because they're already built in. And that alone is enough for some people to buy this camera. Just being able to have those auto NDs. ND filters are such a big thing. Like when I first started doing videography, I didn't even know how, like, they're life-changing. Once you start putting the ND filter over your footage, you don't have things blown out anymore. As someone once told me before when I was starting off, I'm gonna tell you guys, especially if you're just starting out, the quickest way for someone to know that your footage is like amateur or rookie or just, not professional, I guess. I don't know if I'm finding the right words, but the quickest way for someone to know your footage isn't like high level is if things are blown out. So like if the sky's blown out, if you're shooting and the window's blown out, and there's no way that you can correct that because you wouldn't even know how unless you have an ND filter on your camera, on your lens. I didn't know this for like the first 2 years. So I'm in that category of people that my footage for the first 2 years, everything was blown out. I thought it looked good, but I didn't know that if I slap an ND filter on the front of my lens, everything would be better. So just the FX6 having that auto ND, I'm super excited to get down to Florida because it's gonna be bright. I'm gonna try to get some shots on the beach. JDP's actually gonna get some shots on this thing as well. We're just gonna put it through its paces, shooting actual client work, shooting documentary stuff, and we're just gonna have some fun with it so I can see what the FX6 can do. Before I keep going, in my mind, I already know at some point, I want to buy the FX9. Now, right now, that is a far, far, far way away because I just purchased the Sony A1, which it's going to be a huge hit to me. But that camera, the A1's going to do everything I need a camera to do. Now, when I am on set for my feature documentary, I'm going to be able to use the A7S III and I'm going to be able to use the A9. But there will be times where I might want to bring in the Sony FX9. I think I said A9, I meant to say A1. It's the terminology. There's going to be times on set where I want to bring the FX9 in to set this on sticks, have this be the A camera for the doc, and then I'll have my A1, as a B cam, or my A7S III as a B cam. I like the Sony ecosystem. I like the FX6, I like the FX9, the A7S III. I still have my A9, I haven't sold it yet. All right, so enough about me and what I want to do with the camera and the FX6 and the NDs. I know I harped on NDs this whole video. If you guys want to see me do anything with this camera, so if you're watching this video and you're thinking about buying the FX6 or you just want to see what it can do, let me know down in the comments, what do you want to see out of this camera? Is there things that you want me to test? Let me know. I just hit 800 subscribers, so if you subscribe to my channel, I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. I have my monitor. I have the monitor right here, so I keep whatever. Every single subscriber means a lot to me. I know 800 subscribers might not be a lot in like YouTube terms, but if I was in a room full of 800 people, that'd be a lot of people. So every single one of you that sub, I appreciate you. Dab. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.